Good morning to one and all gathering here. The today topic is the basic unit of cells. What is the basic unit of cells? It is a fundamental life. The cell it is called as the normally it is divided into the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The cells it is called as the normally it is generally divided into the prokaryotic and eukaryotic. What is mean by the pro means it is called as the pro means prokaryotic in a single, and this is called as the pro means it is called as the false nucleus, it is called as the pseudo nucleus. U means it is called as the multicellular organisms. Then another one is the true nucleus organism. The prokaryotic, what is the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Then another one is the multicellular organism, cell membrane and cell wall, cell organelles, chloroplast, mitochondria, vacuoles, and endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, chromosomes. This is called as the basic. This is called as the cells organelles, and the cell membrane, cell wall, cell organelles, chloroplast, mitochondria, vacuoles, and Golgi apparatus, nucleus, chromosomes, and this is called as the basic structures and numbers. Then first of all, it is a discovery of the cell. The first discovery, the Robert Cook. I think this is called as the Robert Cook. The very well. I think this is for the only the microbiologist in 1665. The English scientist saw cells in the slice of cork with a high crude microscope. He observed the honeycomb. The only it is observed the honeycomb, it is called as the comb-like structure named, this is called as the cellulae or cells. The first it is Robert Hooke observed the honeycomb, it is the same like structure named as the cellulae or cells. His discovery indicated for the first time that a living organism consists of number of small structures or units. This is called as a microscope. First discovered the Anton van Leeuwenhoek. It is called as one of the microbiologists, because this is for the first microscopic discovered the Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Then another one is the Robert Hooke is the cells. To know the history of cells, the Robert Hooke, it is in 6065. Robert Hooke, then 6074 Anton van Leeuwenhoek studied the living cells. That is for the Robert Hooke only. This is for the horn like structure, the honeycomb horn like structure. Then another one is the 6074 Anton van Leeuwenhoek studied the first time. Is one of the microbiologists. Robert Brown in 1831 discovered the name of the nucleus cell. Then another one is the 1838 that is Schroeder and Schwann. This is for the one of the the very well I think this is for the rather Robert Brown and Anton van Leeuwenhoek, and then another is Sheldon and Schwann. Then shape and size of shell. Shape and size of the cells vary, but all of these ultimately determine the specific function. Some of the cells can change their shape. For example, anabina. Normally they change the shape. The WBC white blood cells, the plants and animals have almost fixed some cells. Some cells are fixed the shape. Some cells are changed the shapes. They changed the shapes. It is called as the anabina. And the WBC cells are the fixed the shape. The smallest cell, for example, mycoplasma. The largest cell, ostrich egg. Longest animal cell, nerve cell, and the micrometer, that is called the micron. It is one of the very small cells on the micrometer. It is called the micron, is the 1,000th of millimeter. It is called as the very small size of the cells. Then normally the cells are the unicellular vs multicellular. The unicellular is called as the single celled. The multicellular, it is called as more than one cell. It is called as it is made up of many number of cells. It is called as the multicellular. The single cells they perform the process obtaining food and respiration and excretion, growth and reproductions. Then similar to the structure and basic activities, the different shape and aggregated from the different tissues. They cannot be divided into the unicellular cannot be divided into the cells. They are also called as the acellular organisms. But this is for the multicellular tissue from the organelles. Organ give to the organ system that performs special functions. Plants and animals and fungi. This is called as the multicellular organism. The cell is basic unit of life. It performs life functions like intake, food, material excretion, metabolisms, respiration, and irritability, etc. The division of labor. Cells usually possess a number of compartments called cell organelles. Each cell organelles perform different functions, clearing the waste material, protein synthesis, and lipid synthesis. Then what is a cell made up of? A cell is made up of surrounded by the membrane and capable of performing the function of life. Then the cell is made up of the each and every life function of the life. Typically, cell is formed three parts. For example, plasma membrane and a nucleus and a cytoplasm. The plasma membrane to create separate environment, that is called as the divided into the create separate environment. The nucleus for it is the control, whole body is the control. The cytoplasm possessing the metabolic and machinery. This is for the plasma membrane, the outermost delicate elastic membrane of the, because this is for the two layers. The plasma is selective permeable. It is made up of the bilipid layer. It is the proteins are the ingredient out, and the small carbohydrates are attached to the placed outer surface of lipid, the proteins. The function, shape of contents of cell, mechanical barrier, semi-permeable, and endocytosis, organization of center. Then plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is called as the semi-plasma. Plasma is called as the plasma membrane. Another one is the semi-plasma membrane. The cell wall. The cell wall is called as the rigid, semi-elastic, and semi-transparent, and is protective, covering the present outside the plasma membrane. Made up of cellulose in the plants, fungal cellulose, and chitin in the fungi. Extra deposition of ligands, suberin and cutin may be present during secondary thinning. The cell wall possesses the small pores through which adjust the cells remain considered called as the plasmadesmata. What is the role of cell wall? It is to provide shape of the cell. It provides the mechanical strength of the plants, protect against pathogens and mechanical injury. The growth of cell wall determines the growth of cell. The it is called as the endomesis. The plasma membranes are similar in the cell wall. Occurs in the plant cells, lies in the outside of the cell, rigid and thick. The cell wall is the permeable formed cellulose, the hemicellulose and pectin. The plasma membrane, it is called as occurs in the plants and animals. The flexible and thin lipids are the protein with a small number of carbohydrates. Hold cellular contents in the control of message materials. The plasma membranes are the similar into the nucleus and nucleolus. Nucleus, it is called as the whole eukaryotic complex that contain genetic informations. It is covered two membranes envelope. It controls the structure, working of the cells. It is a component of the nucleus. It is without covering the membrane. It is called as the nucleus without covering membrane. It is in the size of the ribosomal subunit. The prokaryotes and eukaryotes. The prokaryotes means it is called as the, normally it is said to the singular. It is a singular group of organisms that lack of cell nucleus. Then eukaryotes, it is the organism host cell contain complex structure inside the membranes. This is a finite membrane bound structure that is the eukaryotic cells apart from the prokaryotic cell. The prokaryotes and prokaryotes prokaryotes, it is called as the do not have nucleus, because this is for the without nucleus, that is called as the pseudonucleus. How it is called as the houses, it is genetic material. Prokaryote cell consists of large DNA molecules compacted into the cytoplasm called the nuclear regions. The prokaryotes, difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes small size 1 to 10 micrometer. Then it is called as the larger size in the 5 to 100 micro. Then another is a single DNA molecules. This is for the present several DNA molecules present. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Membrane bound cell organelles are present. This is called mitosis are absent. Mitosis is called as the present. Then another one is the plastide. The plastide is the large cell organelles. They found only plant cell, which are the specialized synthesized the store organ substance. Plastides are classified into the basis of pigments present in the two types. One is the leucoplast and another one is the chloroplast. Leucoplast is called as the colorless plastide. The chloroplast is the color. Okay, take part in the storage of the food and can change other types. Then plastide functions. Chromoplast provide color. Chromoplast it is called the provide the color to fruit and flower, attract the animals. So leucoplast take part in the storage of protein and starch and oils. Very good information that is called as the, because this is for the leucoplast and the chromoplast. The chromoplast provides the color. The leucoplast take part the storage the protein, starch and oil. Then ribosomes and translation factory. The ribosomes are the small rounded bodies found either free stage in the cytoplasm or attached to the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. They are present in the both prokaryotics and eukaryotes. Absent is the mammalians. Then, okay, thank you.